Hi there, Richard Tubb here in the Tubbservatory, keeping my eye out for top resources to help you to grow your MSP business. So without further ado, here are my 5 a week from the MSP space. A video that caught my eye is Linode's James Steele talking with Wim Kirchhoff, the owner of Crafty Penguins. Now, Crafty Penguins are an MSP that specializes in both Windows and Linux. I'd recommend this video to any MSP who wants to learn more about how an MSP can specialize successfully. Jacob Thusgaard of Your Sales has just produced their annual Sales Stack 2022, a comprehensive list of sales tools for professional business-to-business salespeople. Which challenges would you like sales technology to solve for your sales team? That's the question this year's list sets out to answer. CRN has produced the 10 hottest software as a service startups of 2022 so far, and to no surprise, MSP revenue platform Zementum has been named to that list. Wade Tyler Millward of CRN spotlights Zementum CEO Shruti Gatgay amongst a raft of tools that MSPs should keep their eye on. Now, many UK-based MSPs still have clients who are using ISDN and PSTN circuits, despite the fact that BT are turning these services off in 2025. So, this 5-minute guide from the Computer Service Centre on the ISDN and PSTN switch is useful reading to prepare for what comes next. And finally, the Acronis Cyberfit Summit 2022 takes place on November the 7th to the 9th in Miami, Florida. With 1,500 managed services businesses expected to be in attendance, I'd expect this event to be one of the biggest of the year. Plus, I'll be in attendance recording some very special episodes of my Tubb Talk podcast for IT consultants, recorded directly from the show. I'll look forward to seeing you there. What is typosquatting and how can you stay protected? Doran Ben Cohen of Atera explores this new cybersecurity threat in this article and explains how cybercriminals are registering incorrectly spelled versions of legitimate website URLs and then mimicking the brand of the original URL. Typosquatting, or URL hijacking, is an increasing form of cybercrime. Now, you only get one chance to make a good first impression, so a video that caught my eye is the onboarding process from MSP Team Metalogic. CEO Mike Parfitt and his team have pulled together a wonderful video series for their new MSP clients, and I think it's a great example of how you can wow your new clients when bringing them on board. Can your BeReal post get you in trouble at work? Now, if you're not familiar with BeReal, it's a social media platform that notifies all users simultaneously at a random time every day. It gives you just 2 minutes to stop and take a picture of your surroundings. However, some users are sharing confidential data in their screenshots, so this is a BBC Newsbeat article that I'd recommend MSPs share with your clients. Now, I'm a big proponent of MSPs working with outsourced partners, but why would your IT business outsource something as important as your service desk? Well, Jason Kemsley, Uptime Solutions, has written an excellent article on the 5 reasons to partner with Uptime Service Desk, and if your MSP has been on the fence about outsourcing, this read may just convince you of the benefits. And finally, IT Nation Connect 2022 takes place in Orlando, Florida between November the 9th and the 11th. ConnectWise's event is one of the premier technology service provider conferences, and you're sure to leave the event with inspiration and concrete steps on how to grow your IT business. Now, the old adage that you only get one opportunity to make a good first impression is very true for IT businesses when it comes to onboarding your new MSP clients. So this article from the SuperOps website from Joshua Lieberman, the CEO of MSP Net Sciences, is a great read from one of the keenest minds in our industry. Lieberman shares the 3 phases of effectively onboarding a new MSP client, including discovery and enumeration, ingestion, and integration. MSPs can take lessons learned from the pandemic and leverage different strategy efforts to transform their businesses in 2023, according to a panel of channel executives. CJ Fairfield of CRN has put together a great write-up of advice given by executives at the channel company's Exchange Best of Breed conference. The article is entitled 6 Tips MSPs Should Know About Going into 2023. Ryan Walsh, COO of Pax8, Dan Tomazeski, EVP of Channel at Kaseya, and Ryan Bowman, Director of Solutions Engineering for ThreatLocker, came together to discuss the channel outlook, what partners can do to adapt going forward, and what to leverage to grow their businesses. And talking of Pax8, the managed service partner grows from strength to strength in Europe, recently opening a new office in Zwolle, the Netherlands. Pax8 CEO John Street helped open the new space and announced the company's plans to support European-based MSPs. Now, the video that caught my eye is How I Would Hack You, Methods Used to Attack and How to Defend Against Them by Tom Lawrence. Lawrence is joined by noted cybersecurity experts Matt Lee and Jason Slagle for an eye-opening conversation. And finally, some great news for the industry as Caroline Donnelly of Computer Weekly shares that there's an increase in the number of girls taking GCSE computer exams in 2022. Julia Adamson, Director of Education at the British Computer Society, said the uptick in the number of female students sitting the GCSE computing exam was a cause for celebration, but not complacency. This article on the Great Resignation, Quiet Quitting and Culture Killers from Rayan Buchianico is a great read for any employer. Rayan's guest post on Carl Palachuk's blog gives some valuable tips on spotting and avoiding employee unrest. Now, a webinar that caught my eye recently was the Untold Stories of Ransomware from Justin Campo, who's the Senior Cybersecurity Analyst at Barracuda MSP. In the webinar, Justin highlights attack statistics broken down by industry, a detailed ransomware case study and key takeaways, plus best practices for MSPs to defend against ransomware. This webinar is now available to view on demand. The UK Information Commissioner's Office, or ICO, has garnered a great reputation for publishing very practical and helpful guidance on privacy. So this video from Robert Bohr of Keepable with data superhero Tash Whitaker of the ICO is a valuable watch as Whitaker discusses the ICO's gold standard benchmark, the accountability framework. If you're serious about privacy within your MSP business, and you really should be, then this is an excellent resource. Marnie Stockman of Lifecycle Insights shares valuable sales education for MSPs in her article, 3 Ways Buying IT is Not Like Buying a Car. Spoiler, if you follow Marnie's advice, you are being a strategic partner to your clients. And finally, for MSPs in Europe, the IT Nation Share Q4 2022 event takes place in Copenhagen, Denmark on November the 30th, 2022. Hosted by Dan Scott of ConnectWise, this event is open to all MSPs and is focused on the theme of growth, scalability, and cybersecurity. You can register now.